Have you ever been cut off mid-sentence, your idea lost as someone else takes over? It's a familiar frustration, one that can leave you feeling invisible, overlooked, or even powerless. In those moments, it's easy to lose your train of thought, or worse, your confidence. That interruption isn't just rude, it's a subtle power play. It's a way for someone to assert dominance, to take control of the conversation, and to signal that their words matter more than yours. The Stoics, masters of self-control, knew that commanding space in conversation reflects inner strength. They believed that true power comes not from shouting over others, but from holding your ground with calm assurance. Their solution wasn't anger or aggression, but clarity and firmness. They taught that you don't need to raise your voice to be heard. You need to raise your presence. The answer? 3 words. Listen, important, now. These words are simple, but they carry weight. They cut through the noise and demand attention. Each word is a tool, a signal to pause, to respect, to focus. When used with intention, they can shift the energy in any room. These aren't apologies. They're statements of strength. They don't beg for attention. They command it, quietly, but unmistakably. Listen breaks the autopilot of interruption. It's a reset button, forcing others to acknowledge your presence and your words. Important signals that what you're saying matters. It's a reminder that your voice carries value and that your ideas deserve space. Now brings urgency and presence. It says, this can't wait. I need your attention in this moment. It anchors the conversation in the present. Use them alone or together to reclaim your voice and command respect. They're your shield against being sidelined, your way to steer the conversation back to what matters. We'll explore why people interrupt, why apologizing backfires, and how the Stoics' direct language can transform your conversations. You'll learn how to use these words to set boundaries and create space for your ideas. This isn't about winning arguments. It's about earning the right to be heard. It's about building respect, not just for yourself, but for everyone in the room. The power to be heard is already within you. You don't need to shout or fight for it. You just need to claim it. These words help you unlock it. Let's see how. With the right mindset and the right language, you can change the way people listen to you. In the next scenes, we'll break down each word and the Stoic mindset behind them. You'll discover practical ways to use them in your daily life. Get ready to change the way you speak and the way you're heard. The conversation starts now. Your voice matters, and it's time the world listened. Interruptions are everywhere. Meetings, dinners, casual chats. No matter where we are, it seems like someone is always cutting in, eager to share their thoughts before we've finished ours. It's a common experience, and yet it can feel jarring every time it happens. Why do they happen? Sometimes it's excitement, impatience, or just not paying attention. Maybe someone is so eager to contribute that they can't wait their turn, or perhaps they're distracted, not fully present in the moment. But often it's deeper, a subtle assertion of power. Interrupting can be a way to steer the conversation, to show dominance, or to make sure one's own ideas are heard above the rest. The Stoics taught us to look beneath the surface. They believed that every action, even a simple interruption, reveals something about our character and intentions. An interruption can reveal impatience, ego, or a belief that their words matter more. It's not just about speaking out of turn. It's about what's happening inside us when we do. When someone cuts you off, they're prioritizing their voice over yours. It's as if they're saying, what I have to say is more important than what you're saying right now. It's a breakdown of respect. The flow of conversation is disrupted, and the person interrupted can feel undervalued or ignored. Think about how it feels: dismissed, frustrated, silenced. These moments can linger, affecting our confidence and willingness to speak up again. Epictetus said it's not events, but our judgments about them that disturb us. The interruption itself is just a moment. How we interpret it shapes our response. The event is the interruption. The judgment is disrespect. We decide what meaning to attach to being cut off. The person who controls the conversation holds the power. They guide the direction, set the tone, and influence who gets heard. Understanding this dynamic is the first step to changing it. When we see what's really happening, we can respond more thoughtfully. The Stoics wouldn't accept being silenced. They'd meet it with calm, direct action. They'd assert their right to speak, but without anger or resentment. To stop interruptions, recognize the message: my turn is more important. Acknowledge it and calmly reclaim your space in the conversation. Our goal: restore balance, not with anger, but with clarity. By understanding why interruptions happen, we can create more respectful, meaningful conversations for everyone. Every conversation is a subtle dance of power. Who speaks most? Who sets the topic? Who decides when it ends? Interruptions are a clear way power is asserted. The interrupter seizes control, often without realizing it. Marcus Aurelius knew power could be wielded with a word as much as a sword. In conversation, constant interruption is a form of dominance. Left unchecked, it devalues your voice. In meetings, it can bury good ideas. In relationships, it breeds resentment. Speaking and being heard is fundamental to self-worth. Handling interruptions is an act of self-respect. The Stoic approach: calmly hold your ground and demand fairness. By doing so, you send a clear message: my voice matters. When interrupted, many of us instinctively say, "Sorry, can I finish?" But sorry weakens your position. You haven't done anything wrong, they have. Apologizing asks for permission you already have. The Stoics valued precise, honest words. Save apologies for real mistakes. Saying sorry projects uncertainty and invites more interruptions. It signals you're easy to talk over. If someone steps on your foot, you don't apologize for being there. An interruption is the same. Don't apologize for speaking. Instead, calmly point out what happened. Replace sorry with assertive, direct language. This shift is key to being heard. The first Stoic word: listen. It's both a command and an invitation. Say it calmly and firmly. It breaks the interrupter's momentum. You're not yielding. You're calling them back to the present. Listen is a pattern interrupt. Simple, direct, hard to ignore. It's not aggressive. It's a reminder of their role as listener. Use it by pausing, making eye contact, and saying, "Listen," before continuing. Delivery is everything. Calm, steady, confident. From a Stoic view, this is courage and justice in action. You're not angry, you're restoring order. Practice in low-stakes situations. Notice how it changes the dynamic. Listen is your first line of defense. It teaches others to respect the conversation. Use it to claim your space. The second word: important. It frames your message as valuable. When you say something is important, you elevate its status. You're telling the interrupter they risk missing out. In a meeting, pause and say, "This next part is important." It recaptures attention and justifies your need to speak. The Stoics believed in focusing on what matters. Use important to show you're not speaking idly. Combine it with listen for more impact. Listen, this is important. It's not emotional, it's factual. You're communicating value, not pleading. Important cuts through noise and refocuses the group. Use it to ensure your key ideas are heard. The third word, now. It creates urgency and anchors attention in the present. Interruptions happen when minds wander. Now brings focus back. In a scattered discussion, say, "We need to decide this now." Or, "The critical step we need to take now is..." Now signals it's time for action, not distraction. This aligns with Stoic focus on the present moment. Marcus Aurelius lived by this. Act in the now. Use now to prevent drift and keep conversations productive. Combine with the others. Listen, this is important now. It's a call to action, attention, value, urgency. Not pushy, just effective. Use now to make your point impossible to ignore. How do you use these words in real time? In the heat of a conversation, when emotions can run high and interruptions are common, it's easy to lose your composure. But the Stoic approach offers a different path. The Stoic response is calm, confident, and controlled. It's about maintaining your inner balance, no matter what's happening around you. When interrupted, pause. This signals something's off. That brief moment of silence draws attention and resets the energy in the room. Make eye contact. Show you're not intimidated. Your gaze communicates confidence and presence, even before you speak. Choose your tool. For minor interruptions, affirm, listen, then continue. This simple word reclaims attention without escalating tension. For critical points, escalate. Say, "This is important." Let your tone and body language reinforce the significance of your message. If urgency is needed, combine all three. Listen. What I have to say is important, and we need to address it now. This combination leaves no doubt about your intent. Don't ask for permission. State your intention. Speak as if your contribution matters, because it does. You reclaim the floor smoothly, without aggression. Your calmness sets the tone and invites others to listen. This approach frames your contribution as essential, not just personal. It shows you're focused on the bigger picture, not just your own ego. It's almost impossible to ignore without seeming rude. People naturally pause and pay attention when you speak with such clarity and purpose. The Stoic method: control your emotions, speak with purpose, focus on the present. Take a breath, gather your thoughts, and let your words carry weight. It's not about being rude, it's about being effective. Assertiveness, when paired with respect, earns trust and attention. Use these words to uphold fairness and clarity. Your communication helps guide the group toward understanding and resolution. That's the Stoic way to command respect. By mastering your response, you inspire confidence and set a powerful example for others. Beyond words, the Stoic secret is presence. Interruptions happen when minds wander, yours or theirs. The antidote: be fully present when you speak. Speak with conviction. People rarely interrupt focused energy. When listening, give your full attention. Model the respect you want. Presence lets you respond to interruptions with calm, not anger. You can pause, make eye contact, and use your chosen word with authority. Your response comes from mindful choice, not reactivity. Mastering interruptions isn't about tricks. It's about a new way of being. Value your voice, respect others, and manage interactions with self-control. The three words are tools. The real power is the Stoic mindset. Calm, confident, present. Practice this, and you'll transform your conversations. The power to be heard is yours. Use it now.